Hey guys, Scott Reese here with the Plowzone Video Show on Roku TV, and we have a hell of a guest here. We have bass player for Taylor Swift and a artist. We have Amos Heller. How you doing, my friend?
Dude, I'm doing great. It's Nam. I'm a kid in a candy store. This is so fun.
Isn't it great just walking around and everything is music?
Yes, it is. Until about 6 o'clock.
When everyone's trying to get out of the parking lot?
Okay, yeah. But dude, it's super fun here. It's fun seeing the innovations that people are coming up with. They're running to lots of familiar faces and like people who I've only known as an email address that are now, turns out they're full-fledged human beings. It's amazing.
I think the beauty of this is every person here and every booth here has a story about music. They're here because of the music.
Oh yeah. And like I was talking to a friend of mine last night, like when you find a passion for music, whether it's creating instruments, effects, pedals, playing, anything like that, it's tough, man. And like the folks who have made it here are folks who have been through something. You definitely have some war stories. But if that passion is not just like burning inside of you, you never make it this far. So it's amazing to be in a room like pre-selected for people who are just deeply passionate about the art of musicianship. It's awesome to be here.
There you go, Sky. I know you got it.
So you just got a worldwide tour, man. Why don't you give us some of the highlights of that?
Oh my gosh, man! The whole thing is nearly a blur. I'm still like convincing myself that it's finally over. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a cliche, but really the moment of walking to stage every night, no matter what kind of day you're having or what else is going on in your life, there's something like cleansing and galvanizing about just getting to like lock arms with your fellow bandmates and just go try to bring joy to people. Like it never got old.
Right. It doesn't matter what country you're in or what language they speak. Everybody's there for the music, and everybody has that common bond, huh?
It was just such a thing of joy, just celebration. We're getting here to scream songs together and do clap on the beat, and jump up and down, and just like scream lyrics at each other. Just watching people converge over something as pure as just like songs and live music. It's such an honor. It's like I feel like it's like a sacred space, and I never took it for granted.
That's right. So what was the defining moment in your life where you said, I made it, I'm doing something with this?
Man, this is kind of funny. In light of the many things that I've gotten to experience, it was honestly quitting my job at the coffee shop that I worked at.
When you could make money at what you were doing?
When that was it. When I was like, I got it. Like it just felt like, we weren't in the stratosphere, but the wheels had just come off the ground and we could talk them into the bottom of the plane. It's like, I'm doing the thing. Like somebody, it's like, for years you say, like, I'm a musician. People go, yeah, but what do you really do? It's like, right. Okay. If you want to know how I make money, you're going to be that gauche about it. But no, man. And it was a tough gig. I was playing, country covers in a Sprinter van, towing a trailer where we changed our own tires and humped our own gear. But I'm like, this is it. I know I'm on my way somewhere. And that was like when I could like say fully I was a professional musician. Man, this is kind of obnoxious, but since then there have been so many moments where I get, playing on Saturday Night Live, the first time I ever played in a stadium, it was like, holy crap, I think this is really happening. Like, just to know that this is somewhere I belong.
So, how did you get started with the bass? Was it bass, guitar? How did it go?
So I had the really good fortune to go to a public school system in Charlottesville, Virginia, that had a really well-funded and passionately led orchestra program. So when I came to the school system, I was just kind of drawn to the bass in general. Also, it was such a good seed system that the kids in 6th grade had already been playing for like 3 or 4 years.
Right.
So the version of the story that makes me look good is my parents asked them, where do we need the most help? What are you short on? And the answer is almost always bass players. But the other version is, well, everybody else has been playing longer than me. I'm going to be last chair of whatever section I'm in, and last out of 4 bass players looks slightly better than last out of 20 violins. So
This is true.
So it was altruism and vanity working together. But I had great teachers who would give me private lessons to get me started with it. It was a culture that expected a lot out of the students, and I was seeing subgenres of classical.
Right.
And then when I was 13, I discovered Metallica.
That was my next question. What was the band that got you into it? It was Metallica.
Man, it really, like the first thing that I saw that I jabbed my finger at the screen, I was like, I want to do that, was Cliff Burton. It's like watching Metallica's original bass player, how wild he was on stage.
Played with his fingers.
Like I've had a lot of heroes or things that I've really loved, that as I've grown as a musician or just a human being, some stuff stays and some doesn't. Like, wow, this was important to me, this blew my mind at this age, now it's not something that I find as important anymore. Anytime I go back and revisit Cliff Burton, it's just as sterling in my mind.
Those first 3 albums?
As it ever was. I mean, like, the rawness of his live performance combined with, he like studied Bach and counterpoint. He was like the reason Metallica did all those harmonized things.
I know.
It was him.
It was him, and then, damn, I mean, all the 3-part harmonies, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all Cliff, and he could probably play it on the bass.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure he was in there showing him how to do it. It's
Exactly.
Like no, James, it's a minor third. Like just to be in there and like became one of my favorite things like about Metallica is this like this rawness, this drive, this sort of fury, and then this sophistication. Orion's a beautiful song. Like the Call of Cthulhu stuff
that
like
was mine,
that.
Call of
Yeah,
Cthulhu.
yeah, I know where you're going, man.
I've only seen Metallica 22 times.
Oh, amazing.
I'm from the Bay Area, so we used to go watch them.
Oh, so you're a real one.
Yes. All right, so how was it being on the largest grossing tour in the world? I mean, geez.
Yeah, that's. Geez is probably a good way to put it.
Jesus is a good word.
Man, it was. I've been sort of joking. It was like every human emotion. Like it was exhilarating. It was exciting. It was extremely challenging. It was pretty exhausting. When I figured out how long the set list was going to be, I brought a yoga mat to rehearsal. I'm like, I'm going to need to work on keeping my pelvis neutral and keeping my shoulders back and down if I'm going to survive this. But I feel changed as a player and as a human being to have such a challenge set in front of me with the confidence of everyone else in the organization. I'm like, here you go. Can you handle it or not? And it's time to see if you can. And I'm so grateful to have so many great teachers and peers and people I can lean on for all of us to kind of, like I said, link arms and sort of get through it together. And it was fun is probably the wildest part about it. It's like every night I'm like, I am having fun right now. Like
awesome.
the fact of this is one thing, but the act of it's another.
Okay, so what is in the future for Amos Heller?
Man, I'm really excited about this pedal I've just gotten to release with Dark Glass.
We're gonna be going on the pedal here next.
Yeah, and man, we've got a bit of a break now, and so I'm really excited to get my YouTube channel going again. I do gear reviews, demos, covers, stuff like that. It's been an awesome creative outlet, as well as a way to be able to coordinate with companies like Dark Glass, design pedals, consult on things, and I just really like. That's another thing that I just have fun doing. I like writing the music, writing the scripts, shooting it, editing it. I honestly have a good time doing it. So
creativity.
Yeah, it's like something that's sort of just for me. It's like, as a side player, we sort of serve at the pleasure of somebody else, their schedule, their ideas, their music, and it's great. I love that, but it's really nice to sort of tuck in around something that's just my own little vanity project.
All right, he said we got like 1 minute, so
Go ahead. Out of all your achievements, what are you most proud of?
Man, that's a really good question. Hanging on and being able to stay. Like not just breaking through the echelon to say like I'm a professional musician, and to have adopted or been taught the mindset to view things as challenges rather than obstacles, and to walk into rehearsals with all of your prep work done, no ego, just ready to have fun. Just having crafted a life where I'm still doing things professionally, like making pedals, playing shows.
Your longevity, say?
Where it's just fun. Yeah, but that's part of it though. It's like the longevity and then the joy of it. Like I actively enjoy getting emails about gear stuff. I like creating stuff. I like touring. Like so much of the stuff. Like when it's time to go to work, the work I have to go do is really rewarding. Yeah, that's probably it. Like just having a life that feels good, based around something that I love so much.
Well, thank you, man. The Plowzone Radio Show right here at NAMM 2025 with Amos Heller right here.
Yeah.
And you got a product right here. Why don't you check this out?
All right. So this is called the KAAMOS pedal. It is a combination octave and drive that work together in some pretty amazingly musical ways. You've got 3 different octave voices you can go back and forth with. You can adjust your octave, clean, and drive individually. Basically have a 3-channel mixer, a really musical drive mod ability that lets you blend between a bright, sparkling distortion and kind of a broad, rowdy fuzz, and the ability to split your signal when you run the octave into the drive so that the sub doesn't get distorted. So you want to run the octave into the drive and get that really full, kind of wild, almost 70s kind of, synth. You can, but you can switch modes to keep all the bite and all the attack of your bass playing and just have this clean synth running underneath it to really fill out your sound and give you options that are really exciting.
Cool.
Nice product, and that's the KAAMOS, huh?
Yeah, that, what do you know? I fought it. No, I didn't. No.
I was gonna say, hey, thank you very much, Amos Heller, for coming on the Plowzone Videos Show on Roku TV, Hotel Music Videos. Peace.